Nigeria continues to battle rising inflation, with last week the rate soaring to a 17-year high of 22.2% from 22.7% amidst a surge in food prices. In a bid to tame it, the policy setting committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria has raised the monetary policy rate, which measures interest rate, from 18% to 18.5%. This development is the third consecutive time that Apex Bank will be raising the benchmark rates this year alone. The governor explains why.
The rate hike has also helped moderate growth in new credit and reduce the pent-up aggregate demand, which had contributed to the inflationary pressures. Members were unanimous in their conclusion that the current policy stance is indeed impacting the targeted parameters and yielding the expected outcome, albeit and somewhat slowly. The MPC voted 1, raise the MPR to 18.5%, 2, retain the asymmetric corridor of plus 100 and minus 700 basis points around the MPR, and 3, retain the CRR at 32.5%, and 4, retain the liquidity ratio at 30%.
Delving further into the performance of the economy, the governor of the central bank underscores the importance of addressing the country's crude oil production levels, whose current production level stands at 1.1 million barrels per day, stressing that the figure poses a considerable risk to the economy.
We've reached a point, whether we like it or not, that we must exit subsidy. And Dangote Refinery coming at this time gives us the confidence that even if we exit subsidy, that the fuel will be available, and eventually the interplay of market will obviously moderate the prices to a level that will help the country. So we're expecting that, no doubt, by the time he produces for domestic consumption, the excess will be exported by the numbers that he has talked about, and which we agree with. We should see close to almost about, between conservatively put about $5 to $10 billion in effect that will come to the country.
This latest increase marks the 7th consecutive rate hike by the Apex Bank, with analysts predicting it will further increase the cost of borrowing for businesses and households and dampen economic growth prospects. However, they believe this is a necessary step to signal the CBN's commitment to fight inflation and restoring confidence in the Nigerian economy. I'm Maka Ude Walker, Arise News.